Good evening, everyone. I'm very, very grateful to be here today, again in another Monday of practice. Um, I'm very grateful to have this opportunity and to have this space of practice and spiritual practice in particular. If you are online and you are watching us through Facebook or YouTube, just be friendly and say hello, and I'm here so I can acknowledge your presence. I'm Reverend Jorge, and I have the honor to lead this Monday practice with me, with the intention of to get different type of spiritual practice that are kind of embedded in our lives. Sometimes we have many uh, moments where we spend time in our social media, watching the news, our favorite TV show, um, the driving in the car, working, and sometimes we'll relegate the spiritual practice to nothing or some a few minutes. And so, in the same way that we take times for do these important things, I'm not saying that they are not important. Just we need to start embracing the spiritual practice in our lives. And this is the time where we are here to to embrace the spiritual practice, to get used to them, so that we can put it through the rest of the week into practice and put it in our daily lives, that it should be, and that's the way we be. So, Sharon, how are you? I'm glad to see you here. So that's why I'm very, very grateful to be leading this um, Monday practice, so that we can explore different practice, and we can embed it and put it in our lives, and put it in practice during the rest of our week. So this, and if you are coming in and I see there are three people in our different social media, Facebook or YouTube, just say hi. I would love to see you and recognize your presence in this time, and anytime, no problem. Don't disturb me. So last Sunday, yesterday, Reverend Shirley topic in her talk was the company we kept. So it was an amazing talk, because it was not just about talking of relationships or things that we are keeping in relationship, that we are in connection with, but she really nailed it to the thoughts that we are keeping in our minds constantly, and working around and working around, that disconnect us with our lives in general ways. I'm checking my notes because it was very rich talk, so I want to acknowledge many points. So it was a very, very rich talk. So what really struck me from yesterday's talk was that our thoughts as our principal company that we kept. What kind of thoughts are? Because our thoughts, as a religious science said, is what we reflect into our world, and that's what we attract, and that's what we really manifest. It's not that sometimes we say the affirmations, but it's actually the real thoughts that are behind in our unconscious, that we really believe, or believes that Ernest Holmes called it the race consciousness, or personal belief systems that connect us there, that it take us, and it's like that make our lives be more and more repetitive. That's why sometimes to come out and from this shell, it takes time. It takes a process of recognition ourselves, a very deep self-recognition, self-observation, and that's why the spiritual practice enter in our lives to help us to break that personal beliefs, to move forward and outside of that personal beliefs, and that raise consciousness, not just as our personal beliefs that, but our other beliefs that society, cultures, and past has attached us. So I really, really, really like that topic, and also the way it is connected to the kindness factor, which is the topic of the month. So working on that kindness topic, the kindness factor, um, I really like the idea that kindness is coming from love. Kindness is actually the expression of love, but it's not the love that in relationships that we have, the love, because it's easy to love those people that we love or we believe that we love, and or what they do and what we really want that they do. But it's the love of God, and kindness move forward. And so when we are connected with this God's love, God's intentionally, we start being kind with everything and with everybody, including with ourselves. So this Monday, we are going to continue, and what it came to me, hi Deb, good to see you. It's that we are continue exploring these two practice that we did last Monday. It felt to me that instead of change practice every Monday, we go deep. As I said at the beginning, uh, the way that we include the technology in our lives, or social medias, the news, or food, or habits, interesting, and it's important to include a spiritual practice in our lives as well. So what I'm going to do this time, and maybe next Monday the same, is to continue exploring and getting acquaintance and getting more comfortable with the two practice that I introduced last week. If you hear my dog, is a basset hound, so he has a big bark. Sorry for that. So the two practice that introduced last week were the cardiac coherence coming from the heart mat, and the century prayer from the contemplatives. Both are very centered into find that center and connection with love, with ourselves, so that can we move intentionally into our lives. Basically, we can be more kind, more loving, but from an intention, not just by the say that, oh, I need to be more kind, I need to be more loving, but it's actually embracing it and giving it. Because remember, what we give is what we receive. So, and this is the point. So in order to support the kindness factor and the call from Reverend Sherry is with the kindness factor this month, we're going to continue exploring these two practice. The cardiac coherence practice is a simple way to breathe and to take our breath. Is not like moving forward faster or very slow. It's actually take breath deep and expanding or totally body, the thorax and our stomach, and then release it all. The idea is to do that for 3 to 5 minutes, and I encourage you to during this week to set up your alarm every hour or every 30 minutes, so that you can stop, and at least for I understand 3 to 5 minutes sometimes it's like, oh my, I'm in the middle of work, but trying to do it. And if you can't do 3 to 5, at least 1 to 3 minutes will be a good thing. So you get used to breathe. And after that, you can take the decisions, you can take the choices, and to be a more intentional in your actions, and intentional more in kindness, and intentional in action from the love. Because basically the cardiac coherence is just to as the word says, is make coherence our body, our breathing, our thoughts with the heart, which is where God's connect with us, where we are actually always feel the love of God. The second practice is the center prayer, which is kind of a meditation exercise where we are not looking to run away from the thoughts or to stop thinking or to stop to moving out of the thinking, and that is to give away every thought. On the contrary, is actually to trying to see the thoughts as a sun, as a cloud that is moving from the horizon and coming on top of us and just passing. So what it means is that we are observing our thoughts, observing what is happening, and through the emotions, through our thoughts, and don't engage with that. So this practice, what allows us is just to sit from, you can sit from 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes during the day, at the beginning and the end of the day, and sit in silence. And every time that you see a thought coming, so instead of getting engaged, like, oh my God, what I'm going to eat after this talk with Jorge, oh, I need to take a shower, or I need to walk the dog, all these thoughts that show up, or I worry for tomorrow, or the thing that I did 20 years ago, doesn't matter, any thought. So instead of getting grabbed by that or attaching that thought, just you said a word, very loving word to you, that it allows you to remember, don't attach the thought and let it flow like a cloud in the sky. So I invite you to choose a word. It could be a quality of God, like we discussed in the last Monday. It could be love. It could be order. It could be joy. It could be quality of God, wholeness, perfection. I prefer a word which actually reminds me love. So, and actually that was a sharing thing that from Reverend Jorge a few months ago. She makes me aware of the word Habibi, which means my love in Arabic words. So every time I see a thought, I just say Habibi, 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 Habibi. And it's a way that I'm not getting attached, and neither I'm judging the thought and say, bad Jorge, you should don't think. No, it's just Habibi, Habibi, Habibi. And when I feel that the thought is gone, back to the silence, back to the silence. And if another thought show up, and I know if you don't have a practice meditation, if you are an acquaintance with silence, this is kind of like, oh God, Habibi, Habibi, Habibi. I mean, I just spent 10 to 20 minutes in Habibi, Habibi, or the word that you say, love, patience, whatever you want to say. Happiness was another word from last Monday. But that's the two practice. So to don't talk anymore, I'm already follow my promise of do the practice. So I'm very grateful to see all of you here. I'm very happy to have you here. If you want to say hi and say, I'm here, I'm listening to you, that serves. If you are in Facebook and in YouTube, remember after or right now, you can give it a thumbs up if you like this video and if you like this practice. If you don't like it, you can push twice the the thumbs down, and you can comment after that too, and that will serve us in a soft algorithm to spread this Monday practice through everyone around in cyberspace. And at the same time, if you because last Monday I just mentioned it, but it was like a very quick thing. This is a space created by Creator 11 Fellowship, and if you like this, and as a gratitude, as a practice of gratitude, you want to support that, I would love to if you stop by and share your support to CLF. It's a way to say thank you for all your work. Thank you for the wonderful Sunday service and all the activities that we do online and here in Creative Living Fellowship. So we're without more blah blah blah. Let's work a little into the cardiac coherence. I'm going to guide you with the inhale and exhale. Just relax, because this is a practice that you can do everywhere. You don't need to close your eyes. You don't need to sit it. Actually, the nice thing is that you get used to breathe and stop, look, and breathe. So and so in that way we have that connection with love and no heart. So get ready, we start. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good evening, Roy and Cherry. Inhale, deep breath into your chest, expand your thorax, expand your stomach. Exhale, empty everything. Inhale, exhale. You can do it with your mouth or just nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can add your hand into your chest. Exhale. Inhale. Hey, April. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Expand it, expand it, expand it. Exhale. Contract everything. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And that was, my friend, 3 minutes of cardiac. You see, doesn't take long. It's very peaceful. And how you feel? You feel good? It feels more connected. I can almost feel my heartbeat. What do you feel? Let me know in the chat if you feel something, if you feel different, if you feel more peaceful, more connected. Well, for the last 10 minutes, or this Monday practice, we're going to continue with the serenity prayer. So as I said, it's just sitting in silence, watching our thoughts, observing our thoughts, and don't engage with that. And in the way to don't engage is we choose one word. Could be the qualities of God, or one word that helps you to just to remember, don't get attached. And it's not a word to say bad or wrong. It's just a word to say like love, like habibi, like happiness, like joy, like order, like coldness. I like that, Dev. I like that you feel connected and open. So the word is just helping you when you get a thought like, oh my God, I need to feed my dog after this. What am I going to give him? Just you start, you say, Habibi, 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 until you release it. And you back to silence. That just breathe normally. There is nothing else to do. I recommend that the silence. No music, no distractions. So just take a 10 minutes. I recommend to do this at the beginning of the morning, at the end of the night, and for 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. Depends of how practical and fun in your life and how much practice you want to do and how comfortable you feel with silence. This practice again is just to back again into observing ourselves, to recognize our thoughts that are the company that we kept, as Reverend Cherry said last Sunday. So let's go. So get a comfortable seat. I recommend it as well done late in the bed. Meditation is not to be in the bed. If you do that, tend to go into a sleeping mode, and basically meditation is a practice to help you to be in consciousness, to be in awareness. So take a seat, put your feet on your ground. If you are more versatile and more yoga flexible, I'm not. So you can cross your legs and wherever you feel comfortable. Close your eyes and take a deep breath with tranquility. And I'm going to say that word, some words that will help you to go through the process. Be still. I know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know. Be still. Be still. Be. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still. Be. And this is for today. Hopefully the silence was something fruitful in your life. Hopefully you feel more and more comfortable with the silence during the day. Hopefully to hear comments if you want to know, say something. Hopefully next week or during the week you can come back to this video on Facebook, on YouTube, and leave a comment and say it's working. Well, I find it challenging, but let me know. I want to know how the experience of practicing is with you. Just a reminder, practice is just a little space where we can be together with ourselves, with God, and with the other in this amazing relationship that's called wholeness. So that's for today, and have a great evening. I see you next Monday. And don't forget, again, I shared the link to support CLF. It's a great place. It's a great place to be. A great place to be a member. Like us, subscribe us, follow us in Facebook and YouTube. And have a good night. See you. Bye bye.